Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic Challenge video. Hope you had a nice week behind you and that you're looking forward to get your weekend started. But first, as always, we have a brand new Galactic Challenge to take care of. This time we're taken to the planet of Coruscant where we have to take on Empire, well, namely a squad of Imperial troopers, and we do have to use Sith to get max rewards. As always, I'll first cover the modifiers, defeats, and then show you the battles to get you max rewards. If you're just interested in the battle, you can skip through using YouTube chapters below as always. But otherwise, let's kick off with the global modifier for Coruscant. Now this actually is the modifier that we also see in Rise of the Empire territory battle, so probably you're familiar with it. There's quite a lot of text going on here, so let me just explain the key bits here for today's challenge. So what you will notice is that at the start of the encounter, leaders gain 100 speed and are immune to fear, which means veers will be very fast, so we have to make sure that our leader, if possible, goes first to get things going. In certain situations that's not the case, but for Sith I think it will be. And they're immune to fear as well, so Veers will be immune to fear. You won't be able to just spread fear with Darth Revan on him, something I wanted to point out. And then yes, we do get the democracy ability granted, and then whenever we land a debuff or gain a buff, we then actually get 5% charge of this democracy ability. Then we can go ahead and use it, and then once we use it 3 times, then we can defeat the enemy leader. Otherwise the enemy leader cannot be defeated, so just something to bear in mind. And actually we'll be able to cheese a little bit this tactic. And on top of it all as well, once we do use it 3 times, we gain Thunderous Applause buff, which is a nice little boost because then everybody's called to assist whenever we use a special ability. So it's quite a big modifier, a lot of things going on here, but definitely you will want to pay attention to the charge and make sure you're the one that gets to it first before they do. In terms of the modifier, Sith modifier isn't really all that great otherwise, but today actually it will be useful because these guys will bomb probably one of your Sith to begin with, and then you will gain 50% turn meter and you'll be able to get your plays going eventually. So actually a little bit useful Sith modifier in this particular challenge. In terms of the enemy modifier, even though they are Imperial troopers, they get the Empire modifier, which maybe it's for the better, because if they would get revives, this maybe would be more difficult, I don't know. But basically whenever an Empire leader uses a special ability, calls everybody to assist, and they also do get Snowtrooper Operative summoned to the field, which will help us a little bit with one of the feats. Speaking of the feats, normally a full squad of Sith units is an easy one. However, today not so much. It's probably the most challenging one of them all. Obviously, if you do have Galactic Legends or Darth Malgus, it makes things easier, but I will obviously try to make do without those because, you know, not everybody will have them. And then in terms of the other feats, we have to inflict stun 30 times, so I'll show you 3 different teams actually that can get both stunning and undersizing done as well in one battle. So hopefully one of those 3 teams you'll be able to put together and make it work. But otherwise, let's kick off with the Sith first, and this is what I'm going with. I'm going it with Darth Revan, just a full Sith team. Now in terms of speed, you will want to go first, so to be able to outrun Veers, from my testing, you need like 335 plus speed on your Darth Revan. Which, you know, it's reasonably fast. If you don't have that good mods, you can actually throw in Talon in there, maybe instead of one of the guys, because she will give 20 speed extra to your Sith allies. There we go, we're able to go first. We can fear everybody except Veers, but there's some funny thing happening. Everybody's feared and then suddenly fear is gone and they blast one of your guys. I'm not sure if this is intended or bugged. I'm not really sure what's happening, but otherwise they bombed Malak, which it's okay. That's why we bring 2 tanks, and now we can go ahead, keep using democracy. There we go, we used democracy 3 times already, just because of the amount of debuffs we dish out here. We very quickly can get to those democracies, and as soon as Veers and Piet are down, we get now Thunderous Applause, doing big damage, lots of assist, so very easy and straightforward. Now this would be even easier, but again, I'm not sure what's happening there in the beginning when suddenly everybody just lose fear and then bomb. it's beyond me. Let me know in the comments below if you understand what's happening in that opening sequence, why everybody suddenly just lose fear. Alright, so the most challenging feat out of the way, let's get to the stun and undersize. So 3 different teams. This is actually a cheesy way to do it because Magnaguard, he's in the leading slot, right? And the leader cannot be defeated while he has allies alive, unless obviously use this democracy ability 3 times. But what will happen is with Magnaguard, there you go, the first time Magnaguard reaches 1% health, it takes a bonus turn and then he's defeated, and then you also gain bonus turn. Now the funny thing is that obviously he can't be defeated while he has allies, so he'll just constantly be taking bonus turns and basically solo the entire Imperial team. But obviously we do need an ally. The Django one is the best because if there is a Separatist in the leading slot, which Magnaguard is, then Django's contract is triggered at the beginning of the battle, which means he will start off with damage immunity, so they won't be able to take out Django because of damage immunity, and then Magnaguard will just be taking, obviously looping with his bonus turns. So it's a cheesy way to do it, so I'm not sure, is this working as intended, is it bugged, I'm not sure. But hey, it works. You just go in, hit auto, and this will give you the undersize feat. Now some have reported they were also able to get the stun feat with this team because Magnaguard on one of his specials got a stun ability. But in my case, I finished them off too quickly. So there you go. They will now defeat the Magnaguard, but obviously they can't because of this Thunderous Applause modifier for Coruscant. So I'm just speeding up the footage. As you can see, my Magnaguard is tearing these guys to bits one at a time. Django's not even taking a turn, and this is pretty much it. Very easy here and cheesy ways to get the undersize, and some have reported they were able to get it stunned, but my Magnaguard looks like was just doing too much damage there, so I wasn't able to get stun feat done. So I do have now 2 more teams that can get both undersize and stun feats, so hopefully one of these will do. So let's first kick off with Admiral Raddus. Now with his leadership, whenever an Empire gains bonus turn meter, they get inflicted with days which can't be resisted, so this will basically stop them from running turn meter train on you. And then I'm bringing in obviously Kara there for must stun for the Empire enemies, so I modded her for potency and lots of speed, so hopefully, you know, she can get those stuns out quickly. Luckily her AoE has got only 2 turn cooldowns, so both Jean and Thrawn can keep passing turns over to her and she can, you know, getting quickly back to back. Just gonna do attack over there. Unfortunately my Kara there got ability blocked by Veers, so not the most ideal start. Even got resist there from Stark, so a bit of a rough start. They only used democracy for the first time, but it's time to turn the things around. Pass turn over to Kara, get a must stun out. Let's give Kara another turn. Now I can use democracy as well, get an AoE just to cleanse off any debuffs, and I'm going to go ahead fracture Veers. I found out that was the best thing to do there, and get another stun over there. Even Jean's got a stun also on her special, so you know, well, lots of ways here to get stuns. So the target here is to get Kara stun out 5 times, and this will, because we have extra unit there, we have 6 units, so you really need to get it 5, or if you want to be on the safe side, 6 times, and you should be good to go. So this is the 3rd time already I use their stun on Kara. It's very straightforward. Keep stunning them, fracturing, keep passing turns whenever you can over to Kara, and let Kara do her thing. Keep smacking those AoEs. There we go, I defeated their Veers, and I'm just going to go ahead, pick off the rest, see if I can get another must stun out. There we go. Perfect. Going to go ahead, fracture Stark, and this is pretty much in the bag now, the stun feat as well as the undersize also. It's definitely Kara here under Raddus lead with Thrawn and Jean passing turns over to her. Worked really well for me. Let's move on to another team. So obviously we can do Palpatine here with Mara. And obviously Palpatine, he's not that fast. I'm not sure if you can make him fast enough to go first. That's why I'm bringing in Han Solo, so he can then stun Veers so they don't do immediately mass assist and get their turn meter train rolling. And then for the final slot, you need some form of days, I guess. Just bringing in Darth Maul for fun, because you know we don't get to use him much. But for example, you could in this slot be using Nine Sister. She's got an AoE days, or any other Sith or Empire that's got this as well. Piet actually's got, I think, days on his AoE as well. So you know, plenty of options there. to get this thing going, but I just use Darth Maul just for fun. Now the speed of my Mara is around 345 for reference, just so you know, because obviously she will go straight after Veers. Let's go ahead first, stun Veers, and then Mara at 345 speed goes next, and then you can get tenacity down, you can get shock, stagger, couple of counterattacks, that's okay. Let's go ahead now and get Palps a turn, so we can get a mass stun. There we go, perfect. Let's see then if we can actually get some shock spreading. There we go, that's where Darth Maul comes in with his days, and this is pretty much the same now as with Kara. You just kind of get Palps as many turns as you can with the Palp train, and then he can just, again, has to use 5 to be on the safe side. I guess 6 times his stun, although Mara's got stun as well on her middle special, and also when you use Democracy, Leader gets stunned as well. So definitely I think getting these mass stuns 5 times per battle, just stall it long enough with any of the teams you get, and you know, you should be good to go. As mentioned before, some people were able to get it with Magnaguard. Maybe I shouldn't have hit auto, because then Magnaguard was using AoEs. If you would manually play, just use basics and his special for the stun. Probably, you know, they would live long enough that you could get 30 stuns out. But you know, I just thought auto playing would be way more fun. But anyway, just here we go, kind of spreading the damage, getting those mass stuns out. Hey, even Han helping out with stuns on his special. So definitely, there you go. Once you get your turn meter train rolling, I mean, these guys don't even get a turn. Palp and Mara got his thing under control. So it's turn meter versus turn meter, and Palpatine wins. And that's it, guys. That's all what I wanted to show in today's video. Hopefully you found it useful and helpful to unlocking a red crate, because guess what? It's Tuscan Monday again, so who knows what'll happen. Maybe just gonna be the case for the foreseeable future, where, you know, we get gold or silver crate on Mondays, and then obviously a red crate on Fridays. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on Monday's challenge, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.